Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are doing a quick flight from Burbank down to San Diego. I only have 1 hour in my schedule today, so we are going to quickly set up this flight and explore this A319 IAE version. So right now I am just putting the flight plan in on SimBrief and just waiting for that to finish up, and then we'll start our setup right away. This is going to be like a quick guide to get going on the A319. Alright, I have the flight plan in, so that should work. What I was trying to look for is how to set the IRS quickly, in an instant setting, but that is fine. I couldn't find that. We have 34 minutes to go. I'm sure we'll be out of here before that, so let's load the aircraft instantly today because we don't want to waste any time. So I'm not using GSX to load. With that out of the way, let's get the batteries going. Treat this as like a quick start guide for the A319. And while all of this is going on, I'm going to quickly just look for the IRS instant option. If I cannot find it, then that's fine, but I am just going to look for it for just 1 minute. And if you guys know how to change the IRS to instant instead of realistic, I definitely remember there was a setting, but I just don't recall where it was. But let's look for it for 1 minute. Give you guys some right, auto start, failure. For some reason I saw that it was in the failure somewhere, maybe. No, never mind. Maybe maintenance. No. Data link config, probably not. Yeah. Controls config, probably not as well. While the aircraft is starting up, we can look for it. If not, we'll just have to wait for 7 minutes, which is, I guess that is fine. Where else can it be? Maintenance. Cannot be indoors. We already checked failures. Oh, okay. Maybe let's see. IR1 alignment. Is it here? No, it's not. No, I don't want to reset the FMC. Config, maybe. Where can it be? Failure rate. Yes, definitely not here for sure. Packs and cargo, probably not here. What else? Where else can it be? Maybe ATSU? I don't think so. AOC menu. Definitely not here. Maintenance. Yeah, I guess. I tried googling it real quick, but I just couldn't find anything. Anyway, that's fine. Let's just go with this. Let's set up our panel. So changed all three of them to nav, crew supply, oxygen to off. We can turn on all the fuel pumps, get the emergency light switches going, turn this on, nav lights on, auto, strobes to auto, and that should pretty much be it for our overhead setup. Now it does say more than 7 minutes, so we'll just have to bite the bullet and wait, but that's okay. I'll set up my FMC meanwhile, and then if there's some time left, we'll just admire the A319 from outside. In a data request. Okay, that is requested. MCDU menu. Let's go back to FMGC and data. Everything is here. Good. Init request. That should fill in our information, the flight plan and stuff. so that is good. We are flying American today, so AAL 764. Cost index is going to be 26. Flight level today is going to be 170, so we are not even crossing transition altitude since it's a short flight. Well, it's not flight level, it's now 17,000 feet because we are not crossing transition altitude. Wind request, let's request for that real quick, and that is good. Return. Flight plan, we are going direct to our waypoint, I think. Yes, we're going direct to our waypoint. Departure runway today is going to be 26, and there's going to be no SID. Temporary insert, and we will cancel out this discontinuity. Insert, and then for arrival we have runway 27. So I'm going to select RNAV 27, and then our star today is going to be hybrid 1. There you go. And then transition is going to be, well, we don't have a transition. Let's quickly review what this chart looks like so that we are prepared for SAN, since we won't have that much time to review stuff later on. Hybrid 1 arrival. Come on, pull it up. There we go. And okay, so what's the last waypoint here? Tori. And then 27, right? So let's go to approach, and then let's see RNAV GPSY 27. Lindy video. Oh no, I need to be looking at the hybrid 1 arrival and see the transition here. So which transition are we taking? SKC or LAX? Well, I don't know which side we are coming from, since our hybrid 1. Well, we are directly going to hybrid, right? Yeah, so I'm guessing we don't need that. Yeah, we don't need that. So we're directly going to hybrid, and then we're already here, and then we go to Tori, and then after Tori we directly go to whatever the first fix is. So let's see what is it after Lindy, right? Which is right here, 5,000, and then we go into 27. Perfect. Okay, so all of that looks good, and flight plan is sorted out. Let's go to RadNav. Nothing to do here. Fuel predictions, let's put in our zero fuel weight and zero fuel weight CG 109.93, so that's 109.93, and our CG today is going to be 29.27. 29.7, my bad. Okay, second thing we need to do is go to the init page, and our block fuel is going to be 10.21. 10.21. Okay, that is going to calculate everything for us. Don't need to stay on this page. Again, this is a quick and dirty guide, not how to fly like an airline pilot here. We are going to do forced toga today because it's a short runway. I don't want to risk it. Packs are going to be on. Sync load sheet final, sync weather, calculate. That should calculate stuff for us. Okay, send to MCDU. So that is sent to MCDU, and we should have all of that information here. So V1, V rotate, V2. We are going flaps 1 today, up 1.2. Looks good. Secondary flight plan, we'll just copy active, and that should be it for our FMC prep. Let's go here and let's set it to our final cruising altitude, which is going to be 17,000. and let's go ahead. So we have a couple of minutes left in IRS alignment. So while that happens, let's go ahead and clear out the company message real quick. We're being really efficient here, so that is great. Load sheet is accepted. One more company message, which is a preliminary load sheet. We don't need to accept that, so that is cleared out. Okay, now beacon lights on, and let's start the APU while we are waiting on the IRS, so that we are completely ready to just push back as soon as the IRS is aligned. Let's go out and listen to the APU sounds as always. Man, that sounds so good. Sounds amazing. Alright, let's see how much space we have. 2.6 is right here, so I want to push back on this taxiway and then kind of just turn into the runway from right there. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're not gonna use GSX to save some time, because I don't want GSX to like come in and try to tell me what to do, set parking brakes and all of that stuff. So we'll just use interrupt pushback. I don't want your pushback. Yes, please get out of here. Okay, 1506 knots, 2985. So that's going to be our altimeter, 2985. Almost forgot about that. That's what happens when you don't follow a checklist. You forget things. Okay, so I think we are ready for pushback. Let's make sure that nothing's connected to our airplane. Yes, everything is out of the way. We are going to connect the tug, and we are flying offline today since this is a quick start guide. So we're just going to put in 2000 here, get this out of the way, and let's get the parking brakes out and let's start. Let's get out of here. All right, push back. Let's start engine number 2 first, and I want to listen to it from the outside, but I also need to make sure that we are pushing back right. We'll just listen to engine number 1 from the outside. Let's go out and check if we're pushing back enough. And I think that should be good. Yep. Stop. Yes. Alright, parking brakes are set. We can get rid of the tug here, so that we're all clear. And we forgot to start the APU bleed. Make sure you're starting the APU bleed before you start the engines. Now they should start up just fine. Sounds amazing. Wonder when they're going to fix this glitch. I've seen this happen even on the 777. Anyway, this one should be available, I think. Yes, right, there it is. Okay, it's available. We can start engine number 2. Let's check out the hydraulic page real quick, see if we have hydraulic pressure on all of them. Yes, we do. So we can go ahead and go flaps 1, speed brakes, auto brakes to max, and let's do a quick takeoff config check once we've given enough time for the flaps. Yes, takeoff config is normal. Predicted weather radar can turn on, and we're already on TARA, and transponder is set to standby. So as soon as engine 1 starts, we are ready to get out of here. Let's also start the taxi lights, landing lights. Let's light it all up. I can also hear the sounds from the cockpit since it's a small airplane. Can't hear any engine start sounds on the A321 because the avionics fan sounds just takes over in long airplanes. Right, we can get out of the hydraulic page, and let's see. I think one thing I forgot was on the init page, I did not enter my outside air temperature, which is 37 today. Extremely warm day. Definitely want to be careful, and that's why I chose to go with forced toga, because you don't want to get in trouble on a warm day if you're not able to take off. I think this is already a short runway, and if I mess up, I'm gonna not be able to take off. Alright, 1.2 up on the trim. Everything is good. I think we can just taxi to runway 26. There we go. We're already taxiing because we're just that light today, and these engines are powerful. I'm not going to brake at all. I want to use every inch of the runway because I am very sure that I'm gonna need all of it today. Passengers making some noise there because of FS realistic. Alright, let's treat this like a short field takeoff and use all of the runway possible. I'm also going to brake right there. I could have used more, but that's fine. Alright, let's go 50% N1. And let's leave the brakes. Let's go man toga and hope for the best. Airspeed is alive. 80 knots check. Ooh, this is going to be tough. V1 and rotate. Oh, not that tough. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. Definitely want to do this turn manually at least, and then go from there. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Maybe we could have even flexed. It's going to be a nice sunset landing today. Alright, throttle lever to climb. There we go. Still flying manually just to feel it out. I know I have left APU on, and that's totally fine. We can shut it down soon. Remember, this was a quick and dirty flight. I never promised everything. In fact, I don't even know how the landing is going to go on this one, because it's been a while since I've landed at SAN, and especially it's been a while since I've flown the A319. I've been spamming a lot of flights with the A321 because that's a lot of fun. Right, flaps up and autopilot on. Let's let it handle it, and let's turn the APU bleed off and also APU off. Flaps are up, ground spoilers can go to disarm. No smoking signs can come off. Seatbelt signs can also come off because the weather is clear. I don't think we need any. Don't think we need to keep the passengers on the seats. We can give them the access to lavatories a little early. Alright, that's gonna be a nice and smooth, uneventful departure out of Burbank. Now let's see how the landing goes. We can turn off the landing and taxi lights, no reason to keep them on. I know it has to be done at 10,000, but I want to just get it all done early today. Alright, let's go to the destination page. We won't have a lot of cruise time today, so we need to be very mindful of that. Actually, we do have quite a bit of cruise time. Interesting. But what I'm gonna do is increase the sim rate to 2x, since I don't have a lot of time to record today. So I'll showcase this feature of 2x simulation rate in FENIX. Okay, we are airborne, I think, at least 20 minutes early. All thanks to the instant loading and my quick and dirty setup. 10,000 feet. We will not have to worry about shifting to standard on the altimeter, since we are not even going beyond our transition altitude today. So that is nice. While that is going on, let's look at our performance and RNAV approach. Make sure we have everything fed in here. So we are doing RNAV Yankee 27. Let's pull that up. RNAV Yankee 27, I think that's what it is. Yes, that's it. So we're going to join Lindy at 5,000 and then 4,000 at Vida, and then O'Kane is 3600, 2700 at CG, and then Rebo at 2,000, and then 3.5 degrees glide slope from there. So basically our minimum decision altitude Barrow is going to be 680 today. 680 feet, so let's put that in. There's no point of leaving that empty right now. And we can also start putting in the weather here. 290 at 6, that's the latest weather. 290 at 6, and we'll update this if needed later on. Since we have time, might as well be efficient. 26 degrees, so 10 degrees difference between Burbank and LAX. 26 degrees there. 2988. So 2988. And we're going full flaps. No reason to not go full flaps. Our V landing speed is going to be 180 knots. That's the lowest landing speed I've had on the A319. So that's amazing. That's going to feel like landing a Cessna 172. Well, not quite, but you get the point. Quite a bit of haze around here today. By the way, did you know that you can get the temperature and dew point in like decimal points from the METAR here. So anything after remarks, when you see this T, that's basically temperature and dew point. So our temperature today is 25.6 and dew point is 19.4. Just a quick tip. And I believe A02 means that the airport does not have precipitation identification. I'm not very sure. So A01 and A02 defines whether the airport does or does not have precipitation recognition. But don't quote me on that. You can Google. That's what it is. Okay, so we are at cruise, and since we are at cruise, we can use the 2x sim rate here to get through this flight faster. So you'll see that the time is going to start counting faster as we go. That's not time. That is time. And that is going to start counting faster. You can see that we are visibly flying faster. Then as soon as we are close to top of descent, I'm going to disable this sim rate of 2x and bring it back to normal. And we'll start prepping. Anyway, I think we were reviewing our arrival, our approach. By the way, SLP 118, what is that? Let me check real quick. SLP and sea level pressure. Okay, my bad. I had forgotten what that means. But yeah, that's sea level pressure in millibars. That's what it is. Okay, good to know. Anyway, getting back to Navigraph here, so we need to be... So we'll have lateral and vertical guidance until this point here, until our maybe like 1,000 feet or so. And at 1,000 feet, we'll disable autopilot and just fly this manually, because I believe we have VFR weather, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 10 miles. Definitely VFR weather. Few clouds at 900. Yep. So that is good. What I'm gonna do is set this thing to 1,000 feet already. Actually, you know what? What's our missed approach altitude? 2,500. So we need to remember to set it 2,500 once we descend beyond this point. Okay. As you can see, we have now crossed the ETP point, which is the equal time point. So now we have same amount of time left, whether we go back to Burbank or whether we go continue to our destination. That's what that means. And look at that. That looks amazing. Whoa. Man, FENIX aircrafts have to be a work of art. They are so detailed. The external model is a joy to admire in this sim. Everything is just so well done. And then again, MSFS doesn't leave any stone unturned in showing off this beautiful terrain. Look at that, guys. We are in 2024. And it is only going to get better with MSFS 2024. That's what I'm excited about. I'm really excited about this new add-on called Rex Atmos. I'm following all the posts that they are they're posting on Facebook. It seems very, very interesting. What I saw today is that it is also going to help you change the color and saturation and stuff of the ground, which is really good. I like that. We've all been doing it since the MSF has released through either NVIDIA control panel or through Reshade, but I like this. It's going to be a native program that just runs in the background and changes stuff at the core level. By the way, fine little detail. Look at those lines on the fuselage. I think that's the damage from pressurization, if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. Like because the cabin is pressurized, the outer surface kind of warps a bit, and that's what that is, I think. Okay, how close? Oh, god damn it. Across the top of descent. Let's switch to normal so that we are not messing this up. I think we admired the airplane a little too much from the outside and missed the top of descent. Totally fine though. No problems. Look at that. Yeah, I don't think the A319 will have any problems trying to slow down. Look at that. We are already crossing our VNAV path at this zigzag arrow. By the way, that's the arrow where we are going to see that this green dot coming back to the center. That's what that is. We still need to remember to arm the approach mode so that it kind of gets more tight guidance on L-nav and VNAV on the R-nav approach. Now, I'm not an instrument pilot, so don't quote me on anything. I have no clue about how a real R-nav approach is flown or what are all the details involved in flying a real R-nav approach. I'm just going by what I've learned in the sim, and you have to turn on the approach mode for that. Alright, 11,000. I'm not gonna wait. Turning on the landing lights. Seatbelt signs can come on. No smoking signs can go to auto. And speed brakes can go off. Let's do our landing calculations real quick. Runway 27, apply the METAR. Landing weight today is going to be 117, maybe 300. If we go low auto brakes and idle no reversers, we are going to stop in 6,184 feet, which I think is good enough. 6 knots of headwind, 2 knots of crosswind, ideal conditions to make a really nice landing. Sounds good. Now, unless we need it, I'm not going to use reversers today. Unless we need it, unless we float a bit too much, which there are high chances that we will. But let's see how it goes. 10,000 feet and slowing down, no problems. Don't need any more drag here. Speed limit exceeded, it says, but we've only exceeded it by 10 knots. Come on. Performance, what did it say again? Yeah, okay, let's give it some drag. It said something, but I missed it. Oh, that was a speed limit message, wasn't it? I think it was. Okay, let's make it catch up with the VNAV profile here. I'm gonna turn our range to 10 nautical miles. Everything is good on the overhead panel. And as soon as we land, we're going to take which exit here? Let's see. Airport info 27. So when we land 27, we'll probably stop by Bravo 7 and take a left from there. Okay. Looks good. approach. I wish these guys will implement some kind of filter where I can only see the charts marked up for the runway that I've selected. That'd be really nice, instead of like going through the list of all the charts and finding the right one that I want. That's not a big deal though. I'm not gonna cry about it. Final approach course is 275. Do we need to feed that in anywhere? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think we need to feed that anywhere. I don't even know what I'm doing, guys. Definitely don't think we need to feed it anywhere. Okay, you see that LDEV and VDEV come in? That's what we want. That's telling us that we are already on the RNAV approach profile. Okay, we're slowing down flaps 1. Let's set flaps 1. And that's going to be a tough turn. P brakes are on. We're gonna prep early here because we might have to adjust a little bit. And flaps 2, since we are lower than the limit speed, let's just give it some nice drag so that we can make this steep turn easier on the airplane. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna direct to wider. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I know we are clear of the terrain, so I don't need to be worried about that. But let's turn this on anyway. Yeah, as long as I'm cleared of terrain from here to wider, I'm good. Which I think I am. Don't need to worry about it. Good deal. Okay. Let's turn off terrain, glide slope, so that it doesn't shout on us while we are on approach, because I am definitely gonna go. And just for the sake of it, I went flaps 1 so that we can speed up, go to the S speed, and go through this final part of our approach a little quicker. Look at that, guys. What a view. What beautiful view. You can already see the runway here. I don't know if you guys can, but I see it. LDEV, VDEV, let's turn the approach mode on. And as we reach 5 mile point, we should be fully prepped. So I think we can still keep our speed up until O'Kane 197. Little slower, but that's fine. I am on a time crunch right now, so I'm just trying to get to the runway as soon as possible. This is going to be such a scenic arrival. I'm just starting up the flight recorder in case you guys are wondering what I just did. There we go, that's on. Right, LDEV, VDEV is showing up. Final approach is on the FMA annunciator, so I think we are good there. Runway is finally showing up, at least on the 10 nautical mile ND, so we can go maybe flaps 2, start prepping. At 7.5 I'm gonna go gear down so that we can start slowing down at CG. I think that's where I'm gonna gear down. For now, I think we are good on the speed. 123 is our V approach. $2,500. Yep, let's get the gear down. Let's admire that view, because I'm pretty sure that's beautiful. Look at that, guys. Oh my god. Really hoping that I don't mess up this landing and I can actually post this video, because there are a ton of videos that I've recorded, and just because I've messed up the landing, I haven't posted it. Alright, flaps 3, speed brakes, and flaps full. 5 miles and we should be fully prepped. That was the plan. So far we are going on track. It's going to be a slow landing, so I'm hoping that this goes well and I don't botch this. Need a little more light in my cockpit. Okay, let's set up the view and everything here. $2,500 on here, and 1,000 feet. Runway is visible. Autopilot disengage. It is all mine. Guys, I don't even know what that is. I haven't touched my throttle levers at all. Come on.
400. 300. 200.
And I forgot to turn on the flight recorder, so I guess you guys are not getting the outside views.
$100. 50. 40. Retard.
Yeah, I think it's better to just go full reversals, I think. Thought I would stop by Bravo 7, but I guess not. But that's okay. So what I've heard is you need to at least keep the reversers engaged, even if you're not fully using them, until you get out of the runway. Let me know if I'm wrong, but that's what I've heard. And I didn't follow that, so. But it is what it is. Okay, I am gonna stop here quickly since we are out of the runway. and get this out, get the APU going, turn the lights off,